to downtown Calgary. I'm really sorry if the audio isn't picking up. I thought I had some microphones set up for today's protest, and unfortunately those microphones aren't working. But we are live. We're down on the grounds. I'm actually here with my streaming partner, my good old buddy Steve, my son Steve Rogers, joining me for the 1 Million March for Kids this morning. And we're going to do a little walk through downtown Calgary as we approach the scene. So hang out with me, join the chat, and well, let's take a glimpse over as to what we're seeing as we take a little walk through downtown Calgary. Again, I apologize if you guys can't hear me very well. Again, the microphones that I had for the stream don't seem to want to connect. So I'm very sorry if the audio is kind of crappy. And if you guys can't hear me very clearly, let me see if I can bring in the live chat. Hold on a second here. Here we go. Let's bring in the live chat. Hopefully that pops up. There we go. We got the live chat on the stream. Ottawa was rocking, was watching the pleb. That's great. I'm glad folks have gone out in Ottawa. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in Calgary as we head down. Now, the actual march isn't scheduled to happen for about, I think it's roughly about an hour. Deb's saying the sound is good. I'm glad. That's great. Because again, it might get loud down at the protest and I don't have a mic. I've always loved the way Calgary looks. Calgary is a very beautiful town. I'm going to try to get my gimbal working. This is one of the first times I've used my gimbal, so I apologize for the bad camera angles. Don't forget, folks, before we head down, a little bit of a shameless plug. Let's flip the camera. Don't forget to head on to Amazon, grab your copy of our new book, The Young Kid's Guide to Grooming. Go check out that book on Amazon, grab your copies. A little reminder that every copy sold has a portion of its contributions going towards the Child Advocacy Center in Calgary to benefit abused kids, because today it's all about the kids, and we're going to hopefully see some positive support today as we head down to the grounds at the Harry Hayes building. Of course, you can see ahead here, Silly Hall as I call it. Failed Mayor Jody Gondek works in there, straight ahead at the end of this road. Hopefully in a couple of years we take that seat, can make some changes to this town. I'm looking forward to that run. I think it's going to be a good one. Now, we're not going to see a lot in terms of people right now because we're a couple of blocks from where the protest is scheduled. Trying to find parking downtown is always a task. And here we go. Good old peace officers making their way around, doing their job. Always good to see them out in force, hopefully for the right reasons. Beautiful town we live in. Can't say enough good things about Calgary. Jagmeet joined the counter protesters. Well, of course he would. I don't see Pierre anywhere at the protests. I'm curious what his take is going to be. Let's keep moving. Onward to the march, shall we? All right, ladies and gents, now we're coming up on what's known as Olympic Plaza. This is kind of a melting pot in the city. It'll be interesting to see what's going on here. Looks like a tour of some kind. How far am I from the march? Asked Chippies. About 2 blocks. So the protest is going to be at the Harry Hayes building in downtown Calgary. And we're right now out front of City Hall. And Harry Hayes is about 1.5 blocks. It's huge in Ottawa. It's huge. All right, let's make our way through here. Sorry, it's a little difficult to push a stroller and hold a gimbal at the same time. I don't know if you guys have ever tried that. It's really good for your forearm strength. Chippies is stuck at work. I'm sorry to hear that. You know what? I honestly debated whether or not to come down today. I'm glad I did. Part of it is that I have my 3-year-old son with me. And if counter-protests are a thing, I'm hoping that it stays civil, that there's no issues, no muss, no fuss, as we continue on our way. And of course we encounter stairs while I have my stroller. And give me 1 second, folks. I'm just gonna lift my way down these steps. There we go. Steve's hanging in there. Steve's ready to go show his support for children and hang out with his old man downtown as we and this is Olympic Plaza. Now during the wintertime you can actually see a lot of ice skating going on here in the middle of downtown. Lately there's been a lot of crime in this area. It's no, this is in Calgary. This is Calgary. This is in Vancouver. Max is marching with the good guys. Good to hear. Good to hear. Keep in mind, folks, again, we are doing a giveaway on the channel. I will specify that. All members on the 22nd of October are entered to win a signed copy of the first printed copy of our new book, The Young Kid's Guide to Grooming. Make sure to become a channel member, support the channel, especially on a day like today. The support is definitely needed. If you missed our newest video about charlatans stealing my work, well, go check it out. This is a time where I usually don't preach for channel support, but this is a time where channel support is definitely appreciated. So if you guys want to get something for your support, all members are automatically entered into that draw October 22nd. Subscribe to the channel, join our small fringe minority here, and watch our videos with us. Always good to grow our community as well. And here we go, coming up on City Hall. City Hall, of course. Oh, let me adjust the camera. City Hall right here. There we go. Hopefully we take that mayor seat in a couple of years and get rid of woke politics in this town once and for all. Wow, Funas, thank you so much. Appreciate that. This doesn't really alert me when I'm getting super chats or members for some reason. I don't know if it's something I've done in my setting. But Funas, it looks like gifted subs. Thank you so much, Funas, for the support. I really appreciate that. If somebody could just let me know in the chat whenever somebody does a super chat or if somebody does a membership. I don't know why it's not notifying me, but I definitely don't want to leave anybody out. Thank you again for the support. Keep in mind too, gifted members are also entered into that draw October 22nd, so somebody is going to win a signed copy of the first printed edition, the very first printed copy. This was a copy I got before the books were produced of The Young Kid's Guide to Grooming, so if you're a fan of our work, this is a collectible and just a way to kind of give back for the support that we get on our channel. I'm not sure if there's a live stream from Vancouver. I haven't talked to Clyde. I don't know if he's doing anything like that, but go follow Clyde regardless. If you guys don't watch Clyde do something, go check him out. He's got some new merch out on his stores with his logo that people have been asking for quite some time. And it's high quality stuff. So there's my shameless plug for Clyde. Go check him out. Go watch his channel. He may or may not have a live stream. I'm not sure if he's joining the protests today. I know he does have a full-time job, so it's a matter of whether or not he was able to get time off. Everett's coming into the stream. Welcome in. How you doing? And we may have a special guest drop in on the stream. Friend of the channel, sorry, it's gonna get loud. Friend of the channel, Marty up north, is headed down to the protest, and I've informed him that I'll be somewhere around, and hopefully we can bump into each other. So hopefully we see Marty at the protests. It's gonna be interesting to say the least. Now the march is scheduled in Calgary from 11 to noon. So again, we'll see what goes on. I know there's a second march. Unfortunately, I won't be able to be a part of that. Two of my children are in school full time, and I'll have to be back down in our community to pick them up from school. They're at every corner in Winnipeg. It's, you know, it's funny. I don't know if they've been cleared out or what, but usually there's a swarm downtown. So that's an interesting question, but one that I'm actually surprised about as well. Of course, we can see some folks here for the protest, whether they're counter or pro is, I'm not sure. You can. How are you guys? Welcome into the stream. Are you guys headed to the protest?
We are.
Good. You guys are standing up for kids' rights today, I guess.
Yes.
Or fantastic. Yeah, we're on the right side.
Well, we could have been on the right side.
There you go. Well, all of Canada says hello, and thanks for your support today.
Hey.
Cheers. All right, guys. Let's head out as we make our way down to the Harry Hayes building. Very good Canadian citizens. Good to see. I'd be interested to actually talk to counter protesters to find out their position. I mean, like, let's be honest, guys. The only way that we're going to get ahead in this country is with dialogue. I was on Maverick Media last night talking about our new book. And one thing I said, that part of the reason I feel we're in the situation we're in right now is because a lot of people hide behind monitors, no pun intended, and they have their digital soapboxes. And of course, when people feel they can say whatever they want to, people online definitely say things that they wouldn't say to somebody's face. And I think it's important that we have a dialect. Here comes some folks from the protest. How you doing? You betcha. Take care. Are there any marchers? Well, we're not there yet. We're getting close. We're getting close to the Harry Hayes building, so it'll be interesting to see. People are definitely lining up. But back to what I was saying, folks, dialogue is the most important thing, and we forget that everybody has a view, everybody has an opinion. The old saying, opinions are like assholes, everybody's got one. I think it's important that even if we disagree with people, we listen to what people have to say, hear their point of views, even if they're ridiculous, because that's how we solve our problems. I'm glad to hear the march in Ottawa is huge. That's great. I was actually worried that this was going to be like Rolling Thunder, where, you know, a lot of people say they're going to go and then nobody shows up. But hey, it looks like we're doing good so far. Let's so just over at the intersection across the road from here, just across at that next intersection is where the Harry Hayes building is. So we're getting closer to where the protest is going to be, where the march is going to be. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of turnout we have there. Now, keep in mind, the march isn't taking place for another roughly 45 minutes. It was cool to watch. I'm glad everything went well. Hopefully it stays that way. Safety is the one thing a lot of people are concerned about. I'm not so sure there's going to be as many problems in Calgary as there might have been in places like Ottawa or Toronto. I'm going to be very curious to see what happens in Toronto. Toronto, of course, is a more left-leaning populace for the most part. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in Toronto. First, we can see a police cruiser up here. So there will be a presence at the march. We can hear a PA system going too. Can't make out what people are saying. So again, it's going to be, I'm not sure who's on what side here. We're going to try and find our people and stick with the folks that are here for what we believe are the right reasons. And that's to protect our kids. And that's what it's all about today, folks. There we go. You can see, I can't really zoom with this gimbal, but over on the corner by these trucks, there's a demonstration going on. We're going to go check it out. That seems to be where everybody is. You can hear them chanting for freedom, using the bad word, I suppose. I think it's a great word, but you know, guys like Justin Trudeau have divided the country to believe that the word freedom is some kind of hate or terrorism word. Whereas here we go. Counter-protesters are there but being quiet. Well, it sounds like something's loud. And again, my audio may cut out because I don't have a mic today. My mic just decided not to work. So let's try and get in. We'll try and get some of the sights and sounds of this protest. And don't forget, folks, if the audio cuts out, like and subscribe, join the channel, share this out. Let's get it out in the algorithm. Let's get a bunch of people in here watching this stream. And if you can support the channel, today's the day. If you've seen our last video, my books have been literally stolen from out of my hands. Pick up our newest book, The Young Kid's Guide to Grooming, as it seems to be the only way to bail out our company at this point. And let's go see what's going on with the protests. Here we go, folks. Good turnout so far. Now keep in mind, again, the march isn't going on for another 45 or so. There's a great turnout so far. The protest in Calgary right now, we're down at the Harry Hayes building. which is at the corner of 1st Street and 4th Avenue, downtown Calgary. The mayor is definitely on the side of the counter protest. I can assure you that. What an excellent turnout. Uh-oh, I think I see somebody. I think I see somebody known to the channel. Let's see who we can, I don't know if you guys recognize him. Look at the backpack. Marty. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing, man? Yeah, welcome onto the stream.
Are you filming now?
I am filming now. We're live.
I just showed up. It's not much going on right now, but it's starting to happen. I'd say what, the counter protest about 1/6, 1/10 maybe?
Yeah, it's smaller for sure.
Yeah,
But yeah, we were just talking on the stream. I says, well, we'll see if we can find Marty, and then all of a sudden you go waltzing right past. So welcome into the stream. And I do indeed. It was this or nothing. So we just kind of improvised. My wife said, get down there. For God's sakes, get down there. And yeah, we'll be live streaming the events.
Very peaceful so far.
Yeah,
Peaceful
yeah.
And an interesting crowd. Very diverse crowd. Old people, young people, multicultural.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm actually going to walk around on the other side later on to see, and I'm feeling it's a very different crowd on the other side.
Yeah, I'm hoping to maybe come in touch with some of the counter and just kind of see their views, get their opinions, but it's going to be...
It's good to see something like this that's bringing different people together.
Yeah, really good to see the turnout too. I wasn't sure what the turnout was going to be, and it's still early, so it's we'll see how it goes. But yeah, really interesting. Crowd looks to be a good sign. Everyone's saying, "Hey, Marty!" So there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Marty joining in at the protest. Going to be interesting to see who else we see alongside the protests today. As we're down here on the grounds.
Easiest spot. I'm going to keep walking.
Absolutely. Good seeing you as always, man. Take care. All right, Marty up north, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep filming the protest as we look at the ever-growing crowd. Look at this turnout, ladies and gents. All these folks standing in solidarity for the kids. Fantastic to see. Some folks again brought their kids, just like us, and here we are. Representatives from the Muslim community are up speaking right now. If you've followed the news in Calgary, the very strong protests towards Drag Time Story Hour in Calgary, the Muslim community has been backing this for quite some time, and they've been very vocal about their support for kids and kids' rights. So it's going to be very interesting to see what this turnout is like. I think there's going to be a strong presence in the community, and what an interesting time. Get up on something so you can see more of the crowd. That's going to be tough because again, I've got my 3-year-old with me and his stroller. A lot of people who don't watch the channel regularly don't know this. I'm a full-time father.
Leave our kids alone! Leave our kids alone!
There's music to our ears, folks. Here, I'll try and get up back here. Sorry. Again, folks, the protest is growing. People are getting loud. Again, the counter protests are going on across the street. We'll take a little gander over there. We'll walk past. I just want to show you the group of counter protests because it's not nearly as large. That's what we're seeing here. Sorry, excuse me, folks. If we walk through the crowd here, walk through the crowd here, we can see right over here. This is towards the end of the protest area. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for coming out. Here we are, folks. Here's the counter protests across the street. What a large crowd. I mean, look, guys, it's not as large as ours. And these guys, I mean, they have a right to their voice, but at the same time, I mean, you can see them all covering their faces, their flags. It's going to be, yeah, we just passed Jesse with Rebel. Yeah, I'll be heading back that way. Again, it's interesting to see the other side of the fence. I'm going to be curious to see how things go if things get a little busy. Look no further, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Sos from Rebel News, friend of the channel as well. And Jesse filming for Rebel. We passed Jesse earlier on our way to look at the counter protests. But there's Adam. Of course, Adam's covering the live streams going on. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this protest. It's going to be interesting to see what goes on here at the stream, or at the protest during the stream, I should say. As we watch live, there he is, ladies and gentlemen, Adam Sos. How you doing, Adam? Good to see you. How you been? Good. We're live on the air, so you can say hi to everybody. Everybody's sitting there. It's Adam. So good. Are you guys getting good coverage? Yeah, good stuff.
Right across the country.
How do you think things are going to turn out? You think it's going to stay peaceful? Yeah, think so?
We'll see.
Yeah. Did you guys have anybody in Ottawa this morning, or?
All over.
Good.
Right across the country.
Can't wait to see it.
StopPlasticGrooming.com.
Absolutely, can't wait to see it. Take care. We'll see you around. Good old Rebel News coming in hot with their coverage of the protests. Of course, good to see everybody. Really good turnout so far, ladies and gentlemen, and really good to see. Look at this. Yeah, I figured Rebel was covering Ottawa. I was curious who they had down there because I know, like, Alexa's doing different things right now. I wasn't sure who they sent down, but the Ottawa protests and the Toronto ones are the big ones that I want to see. I think those are going to be huge. Again, Calgary has always been a melting pot for freedom of speech and for the right to choose. And I definitely had no doubts in my mind when it came to support for Calgary. But again, the level of support here is overwhelming. It's good to see everybody coming out in droves to support everyone's rights to have a say when it comes to their children, when it comes to teachers' involvements in the classrooms, and that's what we're here for. We can see a large boom getting raised over there. It looks like another media outlet, probably government funded, is coming in. You can hear all the horns honking on the streets in solidarity for the protests. Rebel didn't go live, but that's okay, we're live.
Hi, Sean.
They're across the street. We got some video of that. We're gonna try and get some more video as time goes on. Again, ladies and gentlemen, it's really interesting to see what's going on here on the grounds. The turnout is unreal, and we're going to keep covering for as long as we can here on the ground. So, again, if the audio is cutting out, I don't have a mic, so bear with us. Bear with us on the channel. Currently in Calgary, I'm not sure. I can't actually. So I'm using my phone for the stream, so I can't actually check. My guess is that it's somewhere around 10:30 in the morning. 10:48, there we go. Thank you for the update. This is where, you know, politicians like Justin Trudeau talk about small fringe minorities and people who don't want to see this kind of behavior in the country. And I think what Trudeau forgets is that it's the other way around. That they are the minority, and what the people of Calgary, the people of Ottawa, and probably the people of Toronto from, again, I haven't seen the footage, are showing the world, Vancouver, all across Canada, is that we are not the silent minority, we are the majority. And here we go, folks. $10,000 in Ottawa. I mean, it's tough to say what's here. And again, this is not the entire protest, because keep in mind, the march doesn't actually start for another 20 minutes. And it goes for an hour. And then there's a second march this afternoon. Again, I won't be able to live stream that march. I'll have to get my kids from school. But hopefully where there's no teachers doing questionable things. But I only joke. Our kids' school is actually very good about things. They refuse to put up a pride flag in June. They don't participate in those situations, only because my kid's school is a kindergarten to grade 4 school, and they're very adamant that they don't push those things on kids. So it's really refreshing in our community to see that kind of stance, especially given that it's a public school. Teachers, if they did this 20 years ago, not only would they be arrested, they'd lose their jobs, they'd be blacklisted. And we would definitely not see anything to the degree that we're seeing today. Montreal apparently popped off too. There we go. All across Canada, people are raising their voices, people are saying where they stand. And it's so good to see Calgary have their undoubted support. How you doing? You're live on stream. How you doing?
All right, very good.
Good to see you.
I've been wanting to meet you for a while. Michael Chown.
Veterans for Freedom.
Yes.
How are you? Good to see you.
Excellent,
Let's flip this around and let's get your point of view as to. Let me fix the camera there. Welcome into the stream. How are you? And what brings you out? Well, we know what brings you out today.
So what brings me out today is I'm a veteran. I served my country, became a veteran, or joined the military to become a peacekeeper, and have fought for the freedoms and rights of the citizens in this country. And I'm a retired veteran now, and I swore an oath to my country, and I'm standing by my oath, and history repeats itself, and we need to stand for the parental rights and the rights of our children in this country. It is being stripped away. So
Absolutely.
Thank you everyone for supporting our children and standing for the parents of Canada.
Absolutely.
And trying to preserve our constitutional rights.
There you go. Well, thank you very much for your service, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow veteran. I love our vets more than anything else, and I thank you for your service. And really good to see you out here today.
Yeah, and thank you for your service. I tune in every day.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, we've had some conversations. Yeah, so it's been great, and I really appreciate the work you're doing and the time you put in and the sacrifice that you make every day with your young family.
I appreciate that.
To do what you do.
Well, next job's the mayor's chair, so hopefully we get in there and hopefully we can make some changes in this town. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But
and we'll support you all the way.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thanks so much for coming out again. It's great to see you. I'm going to flip the camera back around, folks. But look at this crowd. Look at the turnout that's here. It is just unreal. Unreal. Are you going to be here for the afternoon protest as well?
Yes.
You will be, eh?
I'm sticking around all day.
Yeah, I'm only going to be here for a little bit. I got to get my kids this afternoon, so I wanted to get here while I could and get some coverage. I wasn't going to because I was worried with my 3-year-old, you know, is there going to be active, you know, hate coming from the other side? Are we going to see violence? I don't think we will.
It's pretty small over there.
Yeah, well, and my wife was like, "Are you nuts? Get down there. Go cover." So it's like, okay, let's go do it. Let's get down there. So glad we came out.
So proud of you that you did.
I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And it's I mean, we're all here for the same cause, right? So
that's right.
If I stay home and everybody else stays home, we've got nothing at the end of the day. So that's
and that's the same here. My wife was very nervous this morning because of the counter protest and the news going around about the unions. She said, "Oh, be careful." And I said, "I think it's going to be that."
Yeah.
And I can't see. I did come through the other side, and amazingly enough, they knew I was coming to this side. They were pretty respectful to me, a few of them.
That's good.
And stopped me and asked me why I'm, supporting this side, and I let them know.
Good.
So,
that's good, and I'm glad they're tasteful at least, because that's a refreshing thing to see.
That was a good experience. So,
yeah.
And there again, they're people. They're our brothers. It's
it was one thing I was saying at the beginning of my stream is that I was on Maverick Media yesterday promoting the new book, and I said, one thing we keep forgetting in this country is dialogue. We don't have a dialogue with people. Everybody hides behind their monitors nowadays, and they post what they want to say, and it's all hatred, it's all anger, it's all things that you wouldn't say to somebody's face in a public setting.
Yes.
I think dialogue is the most important thing we can have in this country, and I think that's how we get back to basics. We learn to talk and we learn to listen to the other side and say, what is it that's on your mind? Why do you feel this way? And agree to disagree sometimes, but it's a free country, and as long as we all respect that, I think we'll get along. So.
And dialogue's the only way through, because the fact of the matter is it's history repeating ourselves. It's the agenda. It's the policy and procedure makers. It's a few handful. It's dividing us, putting their mindset in their head, and our mindset in our head, and then they pit each other against.
Yeah.
So, this is a beautiful thing, this movement.
It's fantastic. I'm really happy to see this kind of a turnout. And I believe they start the march at 11, correct?
That's what I heard on the little pamphlet they had.
Unreal. Chants are continuing, folks. Let's take a look behind. You can see people are still arriving. People are still coming in. And it's going to be... Greg Wycliffe was streaming in Toronto. That's good. I'm going to be interested to see Toronto's turnout, because again, Toronto, Calgary has always been a very conservative setting of city. So again, people have their opinions, people have their views, but everybody, most like what we were just discussing, have the ability to agree to disagree on the most part when it comes to Calgary. But when it's Toronto, Toronto is a very liberal town. Toronto, there's no shyness from how people think and how people portray their opinions. So it's going to be interesting to see what comes out of Toronto. But here we are. Toronto protesters have signs that say, "We own your kids." Nobody owns our kids. That's why we're all here, ladies and gents. Take a look around. Take a look around. There goes Marty. Marty getting his filming in. Always good to see Marty. Suzanne, welcome in. If I've missed you in the chat already, welcome into the stream. Good to see you. We'll go see if we can get another glimpse of the counter-protest here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see if that's grown at all. And we'll try to see what we can see on camera. But this crowd is growing. Again, the horns are honking as vehicles are passing by. Great to see. Great to see. All right, we're gonna head back. We're gonna see what we can see of the counter protest. Good seeing you again. Pleasure to meet you. You wanna get a selfie? Absolutely. Let's get a picture in.
Excellent.
Thanks so much. Thank you very much. Oh, my kid kicked off a shoe. There we go. Let's fix that. Let's get that sorted. My partner in crime, Steve. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Absolutely. Well, thanks. Good to see you here. My partner in crime for the stream. Let's see if I can get this gimbal to... Yeah, sure. That'd be great. Thank you. My son, Steve Rogers, kicking off his shoes. How you doing? You okay, buddy? You say hi to everybody on the stream? You wave? You say hi? No, you don't want to? That's okay. He's a little camera shy. Let's go check out what's going on with the counter protest. Thanks again. Appreciate it.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
Absolutely. Pleasure to meet you too. And again, thank you so much for your service. Keep doing the good work and fighting the good fight. All right, here we go, folks.
Is Marty down here?
I think he went over this way last time. See, he'll be up and around, kind of all around the area. All right, ladies and gents, let's go get a glimpse of the counter protest as we move through the crowd. How you doing? Welcome. Good. No TV channels are reporting. I'm willing to bet that a lot of the government paid news sites, you're going to see footage later in the day when they have time to twist the narrative to their liking. Again, Rebel will probably have their videos out later. They'll probably do like a combination of every town. But here's the counter protest across the street. You can see and maybe 100, 125 counter protesters. Not a lot. All wearing their masks, all behind their flags. And that's okay, they have a right to their opinion. The important thing is we all remain civil. Well, and we heard the organizers of this event be very vocal when they said, you know, this is our day to protest. This is our day to get our message across. And if you want to disrupt things, well, we have the rights to protest every single event that you guys put through. And that's probably what we're going to see going forward. Again, all these folks coming out in droves, demanding people leave the kids alone and have their rights. Let's slide our way back in here. Don't mix masks with this. Well, the masks, what I'm worried about is Antifa. People who want to hide their identities and stir up trouble. We've seen it in protests in Calgary before, and again, that's my concern here. I believe the march is about to get underway because we see people starting to move. Let's join in. We'll move along with the protests. Anti-fascists, come on. I encourage you to go look at video footage from Rebel News during the lockdowns over at the Foothills Hospital in Calgary. where people were protesting their rights to visit their families. Antifa were there covering their faces, black masked, shoving people into traffic, causing all kinds of issues. The police had to jump in. Again, this isn't stuff that I'm trying to be a conspiracy theorist about, but in this day and age, with the way the internet is, people do silly things. Ottawa's getting squirrely. People are getting arrested. Well, hopefully it's safe. Hopefully everybody's safe.
Yeah, are you telling us that?
Oh no,
I find it
I'm
interesting.
reading the live chat.
Well, thank you for reading it.
Oh, I appreciate it.
So it's safe there?
Well, I'm hoping it's staying safe. People are telling me in the chat that people are getting arrested. So
By the way, I've seen you on Clyde to do something.
Oh, I appreciate that. Cheers.
I recognized you.
Oh, thank you.
We're still back here.
Nothing in the title. Yeah, we're gonna get the title organized. I wanted to get this live stream up and running as quickly as possible.
I know, it just kind of disappears into the crowd. Thank you very much.
Don't get thrown in jail.
It's okay, buddy. Hang out there. Here we go. Here we go. The march, ladies and gentlemen, is beginning. I'm good. Thank you.
Our kids, our choice. Our kids, our choice. We want our rights to be parents. It's our kids, our rights.
Our kids are rights.
I want everyone that has your cell phones out. Tag Global News. Tag CTV. Tag CBC and the CBE. Make it known that we will not back down. We are here for our kids and our rights to be parents.
What up, Fred?
How you doing?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Good to see you.
Likewise. Thanks for covering today.
Hey, my pleasure.
What you want, too?
I did indeed.
Catch up with you later, man.
Absolutely. You take it easy. Here we are getting the march going on. Started teaching in 1980. There you go. Well, thank you for your service over the years. It's hard to think that we've got to this point, but here we are, ladies and gents. Counter protests across the street.
Joe, foot him.
Leave our kids alone! Leave our kids alone! Our kids, our choice! Our kids, our choice! Our kids, our choice! Leave our kids alone! Leave our kids alone! Leave our kids alone! Leave our
How you doing? Good to see you. Hey, my pleasure.
Our kids, our choice! Our kids, our choice!
Leave it alone.
Folks, like, share this out, hit that like button. Let's get in the algorithm. I know we didn't have a title. I started the stream way too fast and I didn't even get a title in, but hey, get it out there. Tell people what's going on.
I'm not sure which way out. Trying to get us off. Did you leave your you just freaking oh, sorry.
216 viewers and 183 likes. Folks, destroy that like button. Get this out there. Let's get in the algorithm. How you doing?
Good.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Ludwig.
Nice to meet you. Oh, have you? Oh, well, I appreciate that. Thanks so much. All right, here we go, folks. Folks standing out here with their kids in solidarity for the right for parents to make their choices, to have their rights. Here goes the police on their bicycles.
I did see one lady with like old, yeah.
We need a protest like this to Trudeau. Trudeau. I can't agree more. Change always comes when good people are prepared to speak up.
But like next week, there's supposed to be a 27-degree day. I'm like, why couldn't we plan for that day?
You know what? I looked for that this morning and it's gone already. Yeah, no.
Dan's gonna be closed Tuesday.
He's good. He lets me know.
Oh, okay.
Leave our kids alone.
This is Calgary, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. There were counter-protesters across the street from where the march was being held. I don't really see any following the march down the street, but we'll keep filming, and if anything changes, we'll let you know.
They just need to take that 5% ego and get rid of it. That 5% ego and suck it up and just unite.
Danielle's going to eventually do some decent things, right? We have to understand that she, out of 87 rising, she only had 18 people support her when she got in.
That's what I've said to people that say they don't trust her. That's you know what I'm She still has to appease that minority group, and if she can just walk that line until she brings enough
Hopefully we don't get a copyright flag. This is far too calm. Well, hey, this is Calgary. Mrs. Fringe joining the chat, ladies and gentlemen. My wife jumping into the stream.
And she's doing back on a budget, I think, too. It was funny. Yesterday, I saw two
There goes the horns honking.
motorcycle cops for the sheriff. Right? And it looked like, because of course, our city have to have brand new bikes every year. Right? It looked like they had the 3 or 4-year-old versions, right? They were sheriff bikes now, right? Just read that code. But that's what happens. Right? So eventually, it's happening. We'll have 120 figureheads, wherever they need to be in the province, and that's it.
Yeah, so hopefully she's in there. I really hope. Like, today, I really do was dismantle the AHS, like our college of
Oh, absolutely. But see, and Lady Gray and Rath have both been saying that's already a done deal, and she just, why we haven't heard
But
about
she just
this
had
already?
this last week. She just was saying, we just have to follow, and I don't know if
Yeah, Foxy, I'm not sure if Rebel will go live. They weren't live here on the grounds. My guess is they're just getting their reports together.
But Dr. Miller, William Marcus, that guy's
I'm assuming they'll have coverage everywhere.
Well, yeah, like those are the problems, right? It's the institutions like that. The CPS called the physicians and surgeons, not letting anybody talk out, taking them out. Wow, like that has to end.
Phantom honking for the rest of your life. That's a good noise to be hearing. Those are the sounds of freedom, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, no, but it's like around 9:45. Really? Yeah. Oh, what? Yeah. It's just 9. Yeah.
Rural Alberta, nobody's out. Well, I mean, hey, the important thing is that people came out regardless, countrywide. They're speaking their truths. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, at the center of Calgary. Everyone definitely being vocal and getting their word across today that parents have rights and our children should definitely be left alone.
Excuse me, where did you get this?
Amazon.
I love that.
Oh, thank you.
Can I take a picture of
Yep,
that?
it's called a gimbal if you're ever looking for one.
I want to take a picture of your there.
And so
A
it goes out
gimbal.
too, I guess?
What's that?
It'll move out for selfies, or is it just that?
Yeah, you can do everything with it. It moves around, rotates everything. So it's really handy.
G-I-M-B-O?
BLE.
I'm sorry, G-I-M?
BLE.
B-L, oh, gimbal. Oh,
Yep.
okay, gimbal.
So you don't have to stand right at the very edge of the cliff to get a picture.
That's correct. Just a little over the edge.
That's really, and it extends?
This one doesn't. You can get ones that do. Yeah, there's all types of
Yeah,
variations.
that's
so.
a great idea.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thanks, guys, for keeping us safe.
Oh, I guess it's BAL. Either way, they'll find it. Okay, we see the march turning. Hold on, ladies and gents.
try to give them room.
Sorry, my bad. All right, here we go, folks. It is definitely a sight to behold as we round the corner here. We'll go down Center Street toward the Calgary Tower. Oh, here's the counter.
Okay, let's get right up on the sidewalks. Okay,
No problem. Thanks for your service today.
Thank you.
Always important to thank the police for the job they're doing. You got to remember, a lot of these cops are just doing what they're being told when it comes to keeping the peace. And if they're not obstructing anything we're doing, if they're not damning anybody's rights, it's important to remind them that, hey, guess what, guys? You're doing a good job. Support the police that are doing their job properly. Question those that aren't. Here we go down Center Street in beautiful Calgary on a very cold day. It's only about 4 degrees out right now. Real chilly. I think we're going to see an early winter. It must be all that climate change we're paying taxes for. Straight down Center Street. And again, we've seen the counter protests when we were crossing the road. And again, nothing overly violent, nothing aggressive. And of course, the police were holding them back, which is nice to see. They're allowing people to have the right to protest, which is good. Hopefully it stays that way. Here we come with more counter protests at the intersection. It looks like they're probably going to be at most intersections, is my guess. It's raining in Innisfail. Oh, geez. We'll probably see rain in Calgary.
Leave our kids alone! 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 That's your garbage! Exactly. Right now, they're just so angry.
It's like asking them what the definition of
So we see counter protest again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm willing to bet we'll see at every intersection some form of a counter. But it seems to be peaceful for the most part, which is the way protests really should run. You know, everybody wants to talk about, oh, the other side's bad and this and that, but realistically, could you ask for anything better? Two sides to disagree and still give each other the rights to voice their opinions? Yeah, we got a taco truck. Hey, leave our kids alone, but hey, let's get some tacos. Celebrate the freedom for parents to make choices while getting some tacos, ladies and gents. Get your... Have a blessed day. You gotta love the people that think that cussing you out is gonna get them ahead in the world. I'll never leave tacos alone. Well, that's okay. You don't have to leave tacos alone.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, we're being told to go. Let's go.
Leave our kids alone! Leave our kids alone! Leave our kids alone!
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Thanks for the videos, by the way.
Hey, anytime. Anytime. Good to see you.
Leave our kids alone! Good to see you down here anyway.
All the time, man. You bet. Jagme joining the counter protest. Well,
That's really
Well, I was talking to my buddy on the way down. He was in Cranbrook, and he said there was a pretty good turnout. We got pretty
keep smashing that like button, folks. Share this out. Again, I apologize I didn't get a title in. I don't really go live from my phone from that often. And it didn't, I guess I didn't really take time to look at the menus and sort out what was going on. So I know we don't have a title, but share it out. Let people know we're filming the march in Calgary as we continue our way down on this very cold Calgary day towards the Calgary Tower.
The people united will never be defeated!
Here we go.
Oh, look, we got defeated by a train.
Yeah, look at that. We've been shut down by a sea train.
Hey, how's it going, man?
I didn't even hear about it. No? Yeah. Okay.
Well, where is it? Is this what you're trying to figure out? Okay.
I think that next
I do.
Just drive by.
Hope everybody watching this video doesn't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our small fringe minority here on the channel as we continue to grow into a vast fringe majority.
Pretty much. Pretty much. It's actually, I think Irish people are.
I'm Mike.
Mike, nice to meet you, Mike.
We were all camped together in that.
That's right. In that corner there.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Here we are, folks. How you doing? Good. Yeah. Good to see you. Take care.
We're the doorman at Communities for Christmas.
That's great. Yeah.
He's the doorman, I'm the doorman.
We should be able to.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want it. It's too bad. That's what they should get together.
These are all the stats in terms of
We go as we make our way closer to the Calgary Tower, ladies and gents.
I've never dated a candidate to date.
Funny that we know enough people around.
That was actually really good. The one when all the pharmacy about like.
We only have the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
That was when I the support another one.
You want to head back then?
And they were trying to give us.
Getting pretty quiet on the front here, folks, as we continue the march. Police escorting the march through downtown Calgary. It's too quiet. Hey, you know what? I'm good with quiet as long as everybody gets their message across and nobody gets hurt. That's what's important. Safety is #1 priority, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we got tire marks on the Rainbow Crosswalk. Oh, guys, vandalized sidewalks. People have actually driven over top of it. We better alert the media. That's a hate crime to drive your vehicles. That's why we pay carbon taxes, right? Making our march back down where we started this stream on Stephen Avenue, making our way towards City Hall, or what I call Silly Hall, where, again, if anybody has missed my announcement in the past, I am running for mayor in the next civic election, and I am planning to take that seat from Jody Gondek and make some real change in this damn town. It needs more cowbell, Chippy. How? I gotta have more cowbell. Election, I believe, is 2025, but, you know, Gondek could get recalled at any point. That was the strategy with announcing early. I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. How? Here we go, City Hall. Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, our new book, The Young Kid's Guide to Groomers, is currently making its way to the #1 position on Amazon. Go pick up your copies now. It is a very funny comedic romp about flight logs and client lists and kids who just want to get clean. Portion of proceeds from every book sold over the first 30 days is going to the Child Advocacy Center in Calgary for abused children. Go grab your copies. Friendly reminder, every member of the channel is entered into a draw October 22nd to win a signed copy of the first printed copy of The Young Kid's Guide to Grooming. So if you haven't become a member of the channel yet, make sure to become a member now to support the channel and get your name into that draw. All you need to do to enter is to be a channel member at the time of the draw, and your support, of course, of the channel is always appreciated. Counter protests are going to ramp up as we get closer to City Hall. But what's the history? What motivates, right? Yeah, I can't unfortunately change the title until the stream has ended. There's no way for me to edit while it's going on. My apologies again, folks. I'm not really one to really do too many live streams from my phone, and when I booted it up, it just said, "Are you ready to go live?" I hit a button and it went to the screen, so I didn't have a chance to enter a description, which is really bad on my part. But again, it's a process I'm not really used to. Anytime you do it from the PC, it's just you enter your information, you hit go, and off you go to the races. But phones work a little bit different. Just tuned in, this is Calgary. Welcome to Calgary. Welcome to beautiful Calgary on a cold fall day, as we sit about 4 degrees, making our way to City Hall in support of parental rights. How you doing?
How you doing, bud?
Nice to meet you.
We met before. We met at the POEC.
We did. We did. Good to see you again, sir. I meet so many people.
It's all good.
Good to see you. Thanks for coming out. Now there's people questioning this sign outside of Theatre Calgary. Teenage Dick being one of the headlines. Wow, that's shocking. There's some good old content to consume, guys. As we stand out here in March for parental rights and to leave our kids alone, people want to advertise about teenage dick, apparently. Yikes.
Yeah, I remember coming down here with the kids when they were doing putting the theater on and all that.
There we go. Now the crowd's ramping up as we get closer to City Hall. I guess we know what Jagmeet was looking for when he went to support the counter protest today. Good old teenage dick.
Leave our kids alone!
Let's head on up. Now, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to keep my distance just a little, and I'll try to film as much as I can. I do have my 3-year-old son with me, and if things start to get heated, I do not want to risk his safety. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't know that aren't regular viewers of the channel. I'm a full-time stay-at-home father. While my 2 children are in school, I'm the full-time father to my amazing 3-year-old son, Steve Rogers. And, well, I was debating whether or not to come down today, and my wife said, "You're nuts if you don't go. Get down there, support the march." With my mayoral bid, I wanted to make sure I was down here giving my support. But at the same time, I have to think about my son's well-being at the same aspect. So bear with me as I keep my distance a little. I'll try and get as many shots as I can as we move towards the final marching point of City Hall. Does Steve have a shield? He does, actually. We have it hanging up in my arcade room. A steel replica size Captain America shield. All my kids are first and middle named after superheroes. It's a fun little fact that I don't know if a lot of people know. I have myself a Wade Wilson, I have a Harley Quinn, and my little Steve Rogers. All right, we're not going to be able to get up the stairs, so we'll go around. We'll make our way around if we can. Look how full it's getting here. Here, you know what we'll do? We'll let's jump up on the grass. You can see some counter protesting going on over here. Oh, hang on, wrong way. All right, let's make our way over. There we go, a little stroller lift, and here we are, ladies and gentlemen, back in business. As we move through Olympic Plaza towards City Hall, Silly Hall, you can see the crowds are starting to gather. Keep that like button going, folks. Keep hitting that subscribe button. Join our small fringe minority here on the channel. Support is always welcomed. And again, while the volume's a little lower because it did get a little loud there before, just a reminder, my newest book, The Young Kid's Guide to Grooming, is available now on Amazon. A lot of people are upset that we use Amazon as a publisher, but I will state that there aren't a lot of publishers who want to touch our material. So unfortunately, Amazon's been one of the few that we're able to have some form of free speech. So while that book is available, I am giving out on October 22nd the very first printed copy, autographed, of our new book to one lucky channel member. The best way you can support this site is this channel is by becoming a member. All members are automatically entered into the draw. You must be a member at the time of our draw, October 22nd, to be entered and win a free copy signed by myself of our newest book, The Young Kid's Guide to Grooming. If you want to have a good laugh, go grab your copies now. It's on its way up to the #1 position on Amazon. Let's get it up there. Let's piss off the lefties. Order your copies now. Here we are, City Hall. Shameless plug, I know people are getting sick of me talking about it, but here we are. I got it. We're not sponsored, so I got to enter my stuff in somewhere. Amazing, amazing turnout here in Calgary today, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi.
How are you?
I watch you all the time.
Oh, I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. Let's get you on camera. There we are.
Hi.
Another faithful viewer joining us here on the channel. Welcome into the stream. How are you enjoying the march so far?
I love it.
Yeah?
This is amazing. This is awesome for Calgary.
Yeah. Have you seen any bad backlash from counter protests at all? Or?
Well, I've seen them trying to come in and infiltrate, but they've been pushed back, and it was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Hey, buddy.
Sorry, we got a
He
dog
wants to
jumping
see
in
my
here.
little guy.
Good stuff. Good. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the march so far, and the numbers have just been unreal for Calgary.
It's awesome.
I wasn't sure how the turnout was going to be, but it's good to see everybody joining in. So it's good to stop and chat with you, and thanks for watching the channel.
Hey, and I hope you figure out the book situation.
We're working on it.
Yeah, that's not cool.
It's not,
right?
but we're working on it. We're
Yeah.
going to get it done one way or another. We move forward, so we'll figure it out. But thank you so much for your
That's
support.
awesome. I'd
Really
like
great
to hug
see
you.
Really great to see you and have you out at the march. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
your support.
I'm Heather Pratt if you're interested.
Absolutely, guys. Are you on social media?
You'll see me on your feeds. Yeah.
Are you on social media at
Yeah.
all? Where can we find you?
Well, actually, I'm Alberta Bud Girl.
Alberta Bud Girl, ladies and gentlemen, go give her a follow. Go get on her. Go get on her
On
follows on her socials.
Have 710 also.
Have 710. There you go. I'll catch you in the DMs. Thank you so much for coming out. Take care. All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Let's keep moving. Here we go. Look at this turnout, ladies and gentlemen, as the march comes to an end. Teenage Dick is a comedy about Richard III. Well, there you go. But I come on, you got to admit, kind of of all places to see it. We'll get some more footage of the march making its way through Calgary. Thank you, Phoebe. Yes, the Young Kids Guide to Grooming link is in the description. Go grab your copies. Ladies and gentlemen, we have found that a nefarious person has been stealing our work by distracting people on Amazon. This book is basically our last stand as a independent publisher. Grab your copy, support it. Again, a portion of proceeds of the first 30 days are going to Child Advocacy Center in Calgary to help abused kids. And I'd definitely like to make a sizable donation. So if you guys want something for your money, go grab a copy, support the channel, support independent publishing, and have a laugh at the same time. I know my illustrator worked really hard to get a lot of good art in there so people could have a good joke. But that's enough of the shameless plugs. I won't continue to plug the book. Look at that turnout. And look who stumbled back in, Marty.
Did you send a message to the mayor? I think the mayor should be listening right now. People are in front of your office right now. Calgarians seldom protest. I've been living in Alberta for 35 years. I've been living in Calgary for about 9. We're people who just like to get our head down and our ass up and get things done. And lately, in the last decade, politicians have been interfering with our lives. So it's not enough that you take our tax dollars, but now you're trying to impose all sorts of weird measures on us. Federal politicians are actually trying to destroy our livelihood and phase us out. So the fact that so many Calgarians would come out on a day like today should send a message to you, Mayor Gondek. We're pissed off right now, and you better pay attention because this is what Calgarians do when they mobilize.
Absolutely. Well, Gondek's time's up.
Yeah, it is. Vote for this man.
We're gonna take the mayor's chair and good old Marty. Maybe we'll get Marty in our office. I'll get Marty in as an advisor because let me tell you something. That man knows a thing or two about how the world works. Always good to see Marty. Failed Mayor Jody Gondek. A message has clearly been sent today. Everyone is fed up. People are done. What an amazing protest, ladies and gentlemen. As we see the end of it winding down, you can hear the tunes coming through. Everybody's standing up for the rights of kids. We got to get Gondek. We got to get Gondek gone. Our failed failed mayor. As we move forward in this lovely protest, you see it winding down. How you doing?
10 more years.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You know of my work, I guess, then. Oh, good. Well, it's very nice to meet you. Thanks for coming out. You guys are having a good march with everybody? Good. Good to see. Good to see. Yeah, it's, you know what, I'm happy to see things as peaceful as they are. I was worried a little bit that we might see counter. Marty, take care. We'll see you around, brother. Always good to see you. Take care. All right, and these folks are joining in on the protest as well. Good to see you. Thanks for coming out and support our kids. I hope so. It's on its way to #1, so go grab a copy. Again, I'm going to plug shamelessly that we're donating to the Child Advocacy Center in Calgary, help abused kids. So look forward to... Absolutely. Hope you guys enjoy it. Have a great day. Good to see you. Take care. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Making our way, the police making their way out. Now, unfortunately, this is going to probably wind down. Actually, here, let's switch the camera because I got to be close to the mic. This is going to start to wind down our stream. We'll take a walk back and see if any counter protest is lagging behind. Again, my 3-year-old, his hands are starting to get really cold. It's only about 4 degrees. And he's like, I'm moving around. I'm nice and warm, but he's sitting still in his stroller. So he's going to start getting cold soon as the protest is beginning to wind down anyways before they do their second march this afternoon. We'll see what we see over here in terms of counter. I don't think there's much. I don't think anybody's really standing outside of City Hall. The police have been doing their job, making sure that there's no obstructions, that there's no dastardly deeds being performed outside. Of course, we see some folks here with their signs coming up. Not sure if they're with the protest or counter protest. But here we are, folks. Good old Olympic Plaza in Silly Hall, where Jody Gondek's days are numbered. And the unacceptable will be taking the mayor's seat, where we really hope, or I really hope, to bring you guys, any citizens of Canada, a better looking future. And when I say Canada, it's because I want to send a message that, you know, anybody can do this. Anybody can run for office. I'm nothing special. I'm just a regular tax-paying citizen that wants to make a change. You guys can do the same. Every city should be electing people that are going to make things better, not people that want to run their agendas. And yeah, it looks like everything's winding up. The second march this afternoon, it'll be interesting to see what the numbers are like for that. Unfortunately, again, I won't be able to be a part of that march as it's taking place right around the time my kids are getting out of school. So that's probably going to wind things down and wrap things up. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out to the Fringe. Thank you for joining us on the stream. Sorry, again, there was no title. I'll get that fixed as soon as the stream shuts down. They ran when they saw the cops, possibly. Big shout out to everybody who supported the stream today, everybody who came out, everybody who's hit the subscribe button, members that have joined. I know there were gifted memberships from Funis at the beginning of the stream. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I was happy to come out and show you guys a little bit of what's going on around Cowtown. And I'll catch you guys Sunday on the Sunday Night Weekly Wrap. A new video drops tomorrow. Again, I apologize if there's mic issues tomorrow. The video was preset, and I'm still dealing with new connections on this new setup, so bear with us. I will get those things handled. I am aware we have a mic problem. But I'll see you guys Sunday. You guys stay safe. If you go to any protests, please keep it clean, keep it safe. And I'll catch you on the next one. You guys take care.